And welcome back, everybody. This is my anime, and I am the protagonist. We're today sitting here to judge the lady that essentially committed, the murder of Marat. Now, I did look at this a bit, by which I mean quite a lot. You can see how much we get out of an acquittal for the aristocrats, but at the same time, both of those go so far down. I don't know how to justify it. I think I'm going to go with an acquittal at the end of the day, though, because the family aspect here is quite important of not having them too negative. Anyway, let's read it first. The defendant is Charlotte Corday. Residing in Cayenne, she openly declares a sympathy for the Girondins. The woman murdered Jean-Paul Marat. She was detained at the scene of the crime and confessed immediately. According to our information, the woman displays an intense dislike of the Jacobins and anyone who contributed to the fall of Girondins. She arranged a meeting with Marat under the pretext of turning in a group of her comrades who had supposedly planned an uprising in Cayenne. Marat's servants remained vigilant and initially did not let the woman near Jean-Paul, but allegedly the host reprimanded them and told them to let the supposed informer in. The man was sitting in his bath. As rumor had it, he suffered from a skin disease, so was eased by long baths. It seemed he suspected nothing, as he was found none of the deceased weapons near the bathtub. After a short conversation, Corday thrust a knife between his ribs. Marat cried for help, but had little chance of surviving after being so badly wounded. When the servants ran in, Corday was standing at the window, looking at us out as though she were examining the landscape. She offered no resistance during her arrest, but tightly gripped a copy of Plutarch's Parallel Lives. I do not know if it is any good. I have not read it. On the way to her cell, she repeated many times that she had been acting on her own, and was particularly keen on emphasizing there was no man behind her act. The guards probably did not fully believe her, as she began to shout in the corridor that she was a virgin. Yet who would want to copulate with a lunatic like her? Marat is dead. Dead he is, and we have another paper right here. He was our brother, one of the former leaders of the revolution. Everyone loved him for his apt articles in which he highlighted the faults of the enemies to revival. Perhaps he was too sharp with his conclusions, but could he have been otherwise? A knife with dried blood. I don't know, man. I think I want to actually give it the death penalty, because I want this one. I want this to be pushed up, Let's unlock the questions here. We got a copy of Parallel Lives. Sure. Copy of Parallel Lives is evidence. The bath is cause of it. I'm an idiot. But that's fine. I'm an idiot. Acting alone should be the method. Stabbed with a knife. It's one of these. It's method. Okay, maybe it's even cause of... Nope. A supporter of the Girondins is the motive. The alleged denunciation was the method. And you are the motive as well. Alright, we still got it, okay? Don't worry about it. I should have seen that there was a trap, but don't worry about it. Traitor! You will rot, bitch. Why are there only two people here? Please introduce yourself. My name is Charlotte Corday. You have been accused of murdering citizen Marat. Yes, I did it. We rarely see people here willing to confess. Oh, because we are way lower here now. The people have way shorter fuse here. Oh, really? Alright, we're gonna... I mean, in that case, we gotta give her the death penalty then. I mean, she does deserve it, and I guess this may be one of those cases like with Louis XVI, where if you acquit her, everything's gonna go downhill. You want to turn in your companions? There were no companions, as there was no uprising. I knew that the vision of a big conspiracy could convince Marat to meet with me. She's one shrewd bitch. You came from Cayenne. There's a long way from Paris. The journey passed quickly as I was focused on its purpose and the pleasure of imagining Marat as a bleeding creature. You made sure to wear a beautiful outfit as well. A beautiful outfit for the guillotine, not for Marat. You're acting as if you want to die. Such is the price of freedom and equality. I at least agree with Marat on one point. A change that is necessary for France must be introduced by force. I added my unswerving strength of will to that end. Oh, she's clearly on the side of her brother. Isn't that, like, this smells like she's just an agent of our brother. But everybody's an agent of our brother at this point. Are we interested in any of those questions, really? Unless we, like, need them here. She was working alone. It was a symbol of the evil that smothered France. What was a murder weapon? A knife. Yes. Yes. And we're good to go. I mean, that's just the death sentence right here. The crowd is getting anxious here. Oh, tell me about Plutarch, though. Can you explain this choice to us? We know brilliant minds that grew up reading this book, getting to know the ideals described within. It is a beacon to those who have their doubts. What manner of noble idea justifies the killing of innocent people? Answer the question. The streets are red with the blood of hundreds of innocent victims, and you are asking me this question because of Marat alone? Ask the other heroes of the revolution. Oh, that's right. They're dead too. They've already been killed by the ideal they helped to create. So this man's death was justified? No less than the death of those Girondins who had the courage to disagree with you. Marat died, so many others could have the chance to live a little longer. You surely didn't think you had a monopoly on brutality? I mean, that's kind of the point of being the state, you know, but fair enough. There you go. It's a sentence that she wants, and I'm not going to let her go. Because I think that actually might spark a riot. Anyway, I sentence citizen Charlotte Corday to be guillotined. Lead the condemned out. Alrighty. Gotta hold a speech as well. I need to regain the reputation here. We need to desperately regain that. How's the crowd feeling? Doubtful. We can do this. What we have here? The crime, probably aggression. Manipulation and the revolution. A very weak argument. I'm gonna go with manipulation here, then with aggression there. I think that should work. There are no shades of grey to crime, only guilt or innocence. Will you just stand there and allow criminals to tell you what to do? And then we're gonna go with aggression. You have gained power in France. Now spill the blood of those who oppose the Republic. Alright, it did work out. Not perfectly, but it did work out. Got us some reputation back. Just make it quick. Why do they not show us the people anymore? Find a large-sized uniform on a hook. Only one employee is big enough to fit. Your favorite court guard, Raphael Clovis. You find a short letter in one of the pockets, and some parts of it stand out in particular. I'm leaving the service. I can't do this any longer, and too much blood on my hands. The rats are fleeing the sinking ship. Ah, that they are. That they are.
Terror is nothing but swift justice. Robespierre used to say that. And now an army of outcasts marches towards us to present their interpretation of those words.
Do you come to arrest me?
I came to tell you that certain people believe everything you did for the benefit of France.
Who are you?
Officer Thomas Alexandre Dumas from the French army, at your service.
Do you believe in what those few say about me?
Most deputies of the convention fled once they learned of the approaching army. The reinforcements that will be able to save us will take a dozen or so days to reach Paris.
Do you believe I did everything because of France?
No. But as far as I heard, you know the enemy better than any one of us.
An anime villain. I watched plenty of anime.
I certainly appreciate that asset.
I know about it.
I know that brotherhood is especially important when someone has fallen. You reached the bottom, but there are people willing to give you a chance to redeem yourself.
I think you're talking to the wrong person.
I am talking to a predator. I am talking to a person who is not averse to killing other citizens. And that is what awaits us. We will have to ruthlessly murder Frenchmen who stand on the other side of the barricades. I am talking to a murderer because that is how you are known to those who are afraid of you. As ghastly as it sounds, you are exactly who we need.
You said yourself that reinforcements are a dozen or more days away.
That is why I gathered an army of loyal people. I will entrust them to you under one condition.
Did you say an army?
Look for yourself.
Yo, I'm gonna become Napoleon. Thank you, Dumas.
A truly revolutionary army. The poor and the wealthy, white and black people, all marching side by side. They came here to protect Paris.
You mentioned one condition.
Make me a general. The first black commander of that higher rank in the whole of France.
I do not have such power.
But you do. You still hold the power of the guillotine, remember? Support me, and the army will be yours. regardless of their origin or race. Those people believe that if they are scared of you, our enemy should be even more terrified.
Hand me a piece of paper and a pen, General.
I like Dumas. He's a good one. I mean, I know him, you know, historically. Very, 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 very interesting. What is this? Garrison? What the fuck is going on? The number of units given to you depends on your reputation. Okay. The whole of Paris is fighting. The political salon will be transformed into headquarters and the hideout will be transformed into a help center. Printing house will stop operating. Okay. The brother's army will arrive tomorrow. The garrison generates reinforcements every turn. The higher reputation, the more troops will join you. People are trying to avoid the enemy's cruelty in every section of Paris. Protect them for as long as possible. Your reputation depends on it. Toggle the view of refugees remaining in the districts on and off. What the fuck? Position inactive. Right. Civilians. Okay, so we have civilians. Levée en masse, a collection of people from all segments of society. Their strength in numbers. Trained soldiers are good in close combat and for defending against attacks. Shooters who used to defend the city day by day. They perform ranged and melee attacks. Trained shooters who are most effective in ranged attacks, but who can also fight in close combat. So this is like first line, also first line, second line, but both of those are trained. This is untrained first line, untrained second line, and this is artillery. Civilians in this sector. What the fuck? So we need to survive for 11 days is what you're saying. And we need to protect as many people as we can. So what do I do with these guys? What do I do with them? I ask you. What is this? Nothing. What the fuck is going on anymore? I don't... What do they want me to do? I don't know anymore, man. Alright, I'm gonna position the Levée en masse, I guess, in our center here. Ah, then I wanna have some over here, I guess. Okay. Like, I guess we wanna kind of concentrate on holding this side of France first. I don't even know if we can do that, all things considered. I'll put you right here. And I would love to hold this island over here. With a major force. Oh, and that's everything I can have there, isn't it? Garrison full, yeah. Guess I'm gonna put you like over here or something. Wait, actually, no. I'd love to have you. No, it didn't fuck up at all. I'm gonna reinforce this really hard. And now we have like these territories under our control. I don't know what it means. I'm just gonna say, okay. What do they even mean? What threatened? Is this? Are they saying here? I think so, right? Maybe. Position you here. Actually, only some of you. I can have all of these. An hour in, I guess. The fuck? Garrison full. I have no idea what's going on, brother. No idea. Got an achievement though. Complete Act 2. We're now Act 3. Fraternity. Can I become Napoleon? Is that actually what this is? Today we only... Dude, I don't know what's going on anymore. But we do have several minor cases, and we're going to take care of that, of course. Leopold Astier, 21 years old, borrowed a few thousand francs from his would-be father-in-law. He promised to invest the money and generate a high profit. Today, he spent it on wine and prostitutes, according to a number of witnesses. I mean, that's not my problem, is it? Bonnel and Lahaye. Two officials, Alfred Bonnel and Yves Lahaye, beat up a messenger who spilled ink on some important papers. We found minor bruises and a small bump on the victim's head. The accused claimed that they yelled at the victim but did not hit him. Really? Shit. Raphael Mallet, officer of the guard, was murdered on his way home after a night shift. The hammer that probably served as the murder weapon was lying next to Raphael Mallet, who was found sleeping in a dark alley. Camille Boudin and his wife Maud, both pharmacists, were caught selling laudanum that did not contain any opium at the price of the regular product. Cannot be sure many Parisians were deceived. 3 stablemen and a cook, respectively, Ernest Pasteur, Paul Anouilh, Jocelyne Caillat, and Damien Giraud, allegedly took advantage of the absence of their employer and broke into his palace, whereupon they raped his daughter. The girl is still in shock and did not say a word, but some of the other servants identified... Yeah, you gotta... Vivian Leserve was found... Didn't we see like the name Leserve a million times already? Was found to have poisoned several of the guests at her inn with spoiled meat. The investigators examined the food closely, smelled it, and even tried it, yet they're still not sure whether it was pork, horse, or dog meat. What the fuck? These influences make no sense, but we are treading we're threading the needle here. This is gonna be dire, and I don't even know what I'm doing on the map. I hate it when they introduce mechanics and they don't explain at all what's going on. Like, I know we're preparing for some sort of battle here, but I don't know how the enemy moves. I don't understand how I have to position my troops in any way. All right, hello. How's it going? Thank you for coming. How is he feeling? Like a child who is not ready to become a cripple. Alexis, your brother paid me a visit. The one who was supposed to be dead. Jacques, let me finish. I respect the memory of our friendship. We have both helped each other in many ways, but I now know that, because of my loyalty to you, I participated in something very wrong. My brother is a monster. The amount of blood shed by the revolution has changed us all into monsters. We can only hope that after we die, people will forget about us, and all of our wrongdoings will be blown away. You prefer to side with my child's murderer over me? Thanks to him, I finally understood what we did to our country by giving the power to uneducated people armed with axes and torches. We need to restore balance, and your brother is going to do that. He is a murderer, as are you and I. The only difference between him and us is that we will be honored with medals and statues. I do not want that kind of praise, tainted by crime and deceit. Now is my last chance to change my fate. What are you going to do? I do not know. I will probably leave Paris while it is still possible, then wait and adapt to the new situation. Your court guard ran away this morning, and Ramel, turns out that he was always with your brother and did what was necessary to lead you to this moment. Wow, I'm so surprised. So you're all traitors. If that is how you see things, you have already failed. Goodbye, my friend. Yeah. Come on, dude. I'll be serious. Man, I'll be honest. Look, dear viewers, I love all y'all, but like, I'm like seconds away from just saying this game is too weird for me. So they're gonna hate whatever I do. He's gonna like the draft. There's still hope simmering in some of the refugees. Perhaps you will convince at least a couple of them to follow you into battle. Dinner with officers. When he was younger, Bernard would often sneak out and explore Paris streets. Perhaps now his knowledge could help in saving refugees' lives. Let us provide protection for our troops and block off the strategic points. I guess? I don't know. Family's gonna hate me, I mean... This game is losing it!
They are already here. The outcasts, the cursed ones. That is how they call themselves. The families of the victims of the revolution. The sons of those who were forced to run to other countries. They have groped their way in the dark for years, and there was no one who would console them. Now they want France for themselves. As we do.
Alright. Alright, how does this work? This is my garrison. Where's the enemy? The number of units given here depends on your reputation. Right, that's okay. The political salon has been transformed into headquarters. Choose this action to facilitate your fight in Paris. You have been attacked. If you have no troops in the section, you will automatically lose it. Ah, okay, I see. So like I just spawned troops in there. Let's talk about this. Headquarters. Build barricades. Hideout. Your residence. Facilitate this persuasions printing house. Alright, let's just build some barricades here, boys. Sometimes in life you gotta build some... It's not about family fall too low, and then what's the intrigue doing? Or is that the battle? Germaine de Stael. Madame de Stael has used the city's moments of weakness to fight for women's rights. I am not one to judge the motivation of other people, but if we do not stop her today, we may not wake up tomorrow. Women took to the streets of Paris. They marched to the town hall, chanting, and occupied one of its halls to debate the rights of women in revolutionary France. They were led by Madame de Stael, the educated and ambitious founder of one of Paris's political salons. She convinced her supporters that the revolution has not given women freedom, equality, and brotherhood, and that they must fight for it themselves. The threats and intense announcements led to the spontaneous creation of the Declaration of Women's Rights, signed by every participant of the street. The timing was not accidental. Madame de Stael will surely use our current situation to her and other women's benefit. I mean, can we just, like, let them do that? What do you want me to say here? Choose a general. You can fight the battle on your own or accept General Dumas' help. The battle will be fought automatically. Enemy general. Each of the enemy generals have their favorite tactics and tricks. Right. Let's just place some people here, okay? For the moment. I will, like, reinforce all of this here, I think. If they only come from the south, we might even just be fine. Do I not have you anywhere else, really? Place you over here, then. Alright, the battle. Let's talk about this. Effectiveness, 67%. Quick battle troops, large. Frontline assault. Guess I'm gonna do it myself. So now what actually matters... Oh my goodness! So what now actually matters are the losses that we take. Refugees. During each turn of a battle, a certain number of people will escape the section. The longer you hold out in the battle, the more people you will save. Right, okay. I think I want to take out their artillery here, primarily. If we take that out, we should be in a good position to harm them right after. Alright, we're gonna take each other's artillery out here, it's a shame. Yeah. There you go. Jesus. They eradicated our backline. But we should be able to hold this one. And so we did. Yeah, our odds... not too good, you know? I'm gonna go with a defense, maybe. Just to keep them around for, like, you know, several turns. Don't think it was necessarily the worst choice. Ah, shit. I am going to lose this, though. Damn. Why am I getting pounded like this? What's going on? What do you want me to say here, guys? I mean, we're gonna be dead after this round, for sure. Honest to God, this part of the game, probably the weakest part. And now it's the biggest part. What's going on with that, huh? Yeah, we can't kill him here. We're gonna die this round then. Well. Goodbye. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. We lost 12. We killed 13 though. They simply were better equipped. And now they control this, of course. So what does this mean? The number of Parisian survivors, the number of Parisians killed. Okay. 10 more days, I guess. Hey, cool. Ah, so the more territory they hold, the more people they will eliminate. I see. Okay, okay. I'm slowly grasping this. not sure how okay I am with that being the main mechanic of this period of the game, but at the same time, I mean, what can I do, right? It's what it is. All right. Citizen, I'm sure that you have already received your copy of the Declaration of Women's Rights. Let us meet in the evening so that I can list our demands. I was a soldier once. Prestige and justice, the supervisors of the noble building find those two virtues essential. Supervisors of this noble building find those two virtues essential. Prestige and justice are superior to anything else. The day before yesterday, I had the pleasure of having a few drinks with one of our guards, your guards, and we talked about our memories. You are aware that serving in the army is an essential requirement for joining the court guard. It is non-negotiable, so this guard must have sold us a tissue of lies about his military service, and the certificate he managed to get is probably forged. Of course, we had a few drinks. We had a few drinks. Let's just investigate it. Oh boy. Alright, we have to give him the death penalty. We straight up have to do it. Do we have... Wait a minute. No, we don't have any quick judgments. That's fine. We have a red plague. Alright, I will see you in the next episode. I'm gonna... No, actually, you know what? We're gonna continue. Let's read through this stuff. Women are born free and shall remain equal to men in rights. Laws of nature and reason stand against all malign actions against society. Alright, okay. The law should express the general will. All female citizens and citizens should take part, directly or by representatives. I'm okay with that. No one should be arrested for their thoughts and opinions. Okay. Women arise. The tocsin of reason is echoing throughout the universe. Know your rights. The powerful empire of nature is no longer bound by prejudice, fanaticism, superstition, and lies. The flame of truth has dissipated the clouds of foolishness and usurpation. Enslaved man has multiplied his strength, but needed yours to finally break his chains. And while he is now free, he has become unjust to his companion. Oh, women, women, when will you cease to be blind? What advantage have you harvested from the revolution? An even more pronounced scorn, and even more marked contempt. During the centuries of corruption, you could only rule over the weakness of men. The reclamation of your patrimony based on the humble decrees of nature, what have you to fear from such a fine pursuit? The bon mot of the legislator of the merge of... Alright, oh god, it's... Alright, women, don't be afraid. We're gonna work this one out, okay? Anyway, let's talk about this. In the dock is Etienne Lebeau, a brawler and a degenerate resident of Paris and frequent client of sordid public houses in Faubourg de Gloire. Last month, together with his comrade Michel Verdier, he attacked another drinking partner, Jean Boudon. A witness who saw everything claims that Lebeau and Verdier ambushed their victim when he was returning to the attic where he used to sleep. They attacked Boudon in a dark alley, battered him, took his money, and then stabbed him. Soon afterwards, Verdier was detained. During routine questioning, he admitted to participating in the assault. Even though he swore that it was Lebeau who pushed the knife into Boudon, Verdier was sentenced to be guillotined. Meanwhile, Lebeau vanished into thin air, apparently holed up in Neuilly. Upon his arrest, the rogue recited what he had already heard, swearing that Verdier was responsible for stabbing Boudon. Lebeau had with him an elegant pouch that was almost empty. It surely did not belong to him. Right, everybody's interested in seeing him go, so that's easy. Knife, pouch, drinking partner, or attacking rather, and stabbing. All of those are relevant, okay. Attack on a drinking partner is the accusation. A knife is clearly evidence. We have a murder. Is the method? Maybe even the motive. Embroidered pouch, probably evidence, and then you are motive. There you go. Alright, easy money. You'll lose your head, scum. I am Etienne. I did not allow the accused to speak yet. I don't care. With the most respect, of course. Concerning the behavior of the accused, I think I already know the verdict. Death! Behead him! The guillotine! I mean, he's gonna get it, boys. Do you admit to assaulting Citizen Boudon? Well, there's no use lying when everyone knows it. Yeah, me and Verdier ambushed him. To kill him? No, to rob him. Nothing more. I didn't think Verdier would kill him. Murderer! But you did not stop him, did you? What am I, the National Guard? He'd have cut me as well. He deserves to be rotting underground. I'm gonna sentence him. No problem here. Legally speaking, you could argue, oh, but he didn't do it exactly or whatever, but like, it's still, at the very least, assault, robbery, murder. It's not even, I know it would actually be, in the German law, it would actually be murder because there's greed involved, and greed involved in manslaughter leads to being murder. So, practically speaking, It would be murder. And at the very least, it would be an accessory to murder. You know, with a knife, of course, there's a reasonable risk to assume that a knife could be of harm, so he would have to assume it. So there's at least a dolus eventualis here. I don't know. At the very least, I think he should be judged for robbery and assault, which... guillotine. I mean, come on. Let's ask him some more questions, though. A blood-stained pocket knife was found at the crime scene. Did you use it to stab Citizen Boudin? No, the guards took me knife. Why did you have a knife with you? Because he's a murderer. Because of, you know, stuff. Sometimes it comes in handy. For example, when the need arises to stab a fellow citizen. I didn't stab him, understand? Not with me knife, not with anyone's knife. I wanted to slaughter him. I do it with my bare hands. I wonder how many he's already slaughtered. Let's talk about the pouch. I just wanted to ask about this. From him, Boudin, you searched his pockets while he was bleeding to death in the street. No, I battered him so he couldn't stand, took his pouch and turned around to run. That's when Verdier stabbed him. You kept hitting him until he lost consciousness. And that's when I robbed him. Could have killed him doing that anyway. But I didn't. Just robbed him. He's lying. You killed him, thug. Why would he do that? You had already taken his money. Shouldn't have chopped off his head. Can't ask him now, can you? Alright, that's all I need to know. Let's be really... Probably, like, men in prison or something. Who knows? Listen. He did confess, was not counter-revolutionary in nature. Why is everything turned around here? See this? Was the note always top? Which one of the assailants took the victim's pouch? The defendant. Sure, there you go. Alright. That's the verdict. I'm actually pro the Women Declaration of Right. What do you want me to ask? I'm growing up in the 21st century, you know, obviously not born in the 21st, but I'm growing up in the 21st century, and it's normal here, in Germany and in Bavaria. God bless Bavaria, by the way, to have, you know, equal rights. So I'm in favor of this. I sentence citizen Etienne Lebeau to death by guillotine. Congratulations on a just verdict. Alright. Really? He did confess. Not to the murder, I guess. Alright, at least we got through, alright? My bad, okay? Don't kill me in the comments for doing this. We had the favor for a reason, alright? Alright, let's hold a little bit of a speech here. Bullheaded. What is good for bullheaded again? I can't remember. The defendant, probably this and then this. Weak argument. So we're going to go with humility here in the midway section. What? Well, they are at least intrigued. Nothing changed. Amazing. Our reputation goes up, which is quite necessary. Chop it off already. It's getting dark. Easy case for the revolution. Yep, that's why we did that one, for sure. That's how that works, right? Hello. I promise not to take long. My case is rather obvious, of course. I'm sure that nothing worse could come of this. Changes. You do not like them, especially when you know they will happen soon. What kind of changes? The liberation of women, of course. I do not understand. Who is oppressing you? You. Men who have decided to rule over the country, take over our fates, or take control of our fates. The Declaration of Women's Rights clearly explains it. Of course, your famous declaration. Your legacy. I have only given a few suggestions regarding that document, as I have another duty, leading women to their ultimate success. Over the corpses of men, I assume. It does not have to be so. The declaration must be accepted in its current form. We refuse to negotiate and will not agree to any settlements. If you resist, we will protest, and you will learn what it is like to fight without our support. Convincing people to accept such a great change, especially now. Since I first heard about you, you have done nothing but manipulate and scheme. I'm sure you will manage. Remember that without us you will lose, but with us you may stand a chance. That is all we want. Equality. I believe that you overestimate women's power, madame. I have yet to see any of you on the battlefield, although the fight is supposed to be even. What is more important is whether or not you are ready to risk our revolt. You know what we want. We shall give you a chance to think it through. Goodbye, citizen. I mean, I'm in favor of it. Who am I? Say no to that, huh? If I build barricade, I like barricades, just sounds so good. Your most dependable offers a lot of good. Draft. think we should do the draft here. Yeah. Having more people to fight should be a grand option. They will always hate me. I mean, we're not gonna get this one changed around. I don't think. I don't really see the opportunity. All right, let's take a look at this nonsense. We got 1 artillery. Additional troops, levé en masse. Number of units given to you. Okay. So they are attacking over here, and I gotta defend it. Could I? No, okay, so what is once lost will remain lost. I think we're gonna save our artillery. We're not gonna use it in this fight. City guard, infantry. We just... Oh, garrison full, of course. You want to send in the weak ones, I guess. What? Oh, I have to do the garrison first. Oh, apparently not. Well. But my guess is that you want to send in the weak ones first, save up the good ones. Because there will probably, by the way I feel here, it will probably be like a final fight, right? Why can't I... Oh, really? I can't defend... Why can I not... I can't defend it. This sucks ass. Come on, man. I hated that. So I would have had to like surround them in every corner so that I have troops there to actually defend her. But Amdestale has used the city's monument. There you go. Destale's proposition, or perhaps blackmail, forces us to take immediate and spontaneous action. He wants us to sign the Declaration of Women's Rights. If you comply without the support of other men, you may as well sign your own death sentence. You must convince them to accept the changes and give away the power they've promised their sons. Alright, okay. Hate this part though, I'll be honest with you. Does it mean I have to... What I probably want to do then is I want to move you over here just so that I have something there, I guess. And something over there as well. We do border them now, which means I need to have stuff here and there. With a physician, what do I do here? Nothing. Come on. Apparently I do nothing with it. Okay. Let's do something right here. I think building barricades, maybe. Sure, I guess. Spend some time with the family as well, and then it's probably it for the day here. I don't even know what exactly. What is that even? So, like, I suppose the idea is that we have to save at least half of him? What? And why are they literally killing all Parisians? This is an anime. God damn it. Why would he do that? Makes no sense. Alright, minor cases? Alright, I guess we can do some minor cases here. I actually think we're going to do those minor cases tomorrow. I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are nearing the end here. I will see you later, alligator.